Today on How Do, I'm going to show you how to make something quite cool. And this one sort of works on the same basic principles as the hand scanner, which I showed you last episode. This isn't it, by the way. Give me a second. So there he is. Blinky is what I call him. He is an eye scanner. So if I stand near him, scan me, and let me in. So if I wait a second, right? If I stand near him, make him scan me, and then move away, no. And you'll have to take my word for it because I haven't got any way of testing real quick. But if someone who isn't on the system, so Gar, tries to get in and he scans it, it will do this angry face. No, you can't come in. Whereas for me, just show, scan me, yes, let you in. Now, he also has a little Blinky animation because I'm a bit sad like that and I quite like it. It makes him quite endearing. I quite like Blinky. Hi, Blinky. Yeah. So, how to make Blinky. So, in fact, what I'll do is I will break open this. Oh, broke something. Can't believe I did that. Give me a second. Oh, and it's gone because I'm being creative. There we go. So, don't break that block again, please, Liam. Right. So, we have... Thank you, Blinky. So, we have... Down here, we have a computer, which is that. We have a disk drive, which is just so I can copy out the program and move them around and stuff. There's your sensor there. Give me a second, I'll break some more blocks. Oop. That nearly broke. Okay, so that's your sensor there with a proximity card in it. So what this will do is when I go and stand in front of, on this specific block, only on this block, so that doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, but here, scan me. There we go. So when I stand on that block, it will check to see who I am. Well, first it'll play the animation, and then when the animation's finished, it'll check to see who I am. So if you sort of like step out and then step away and then step back in again, it will work. There's not really... I guess there is a way of getting around that, but it's a lot of effort for nothing really. Conversely, if Gar stepped in, triggered him to scan it, and then I stepped in at the last second, it would open the door. But that's the thing, it checks at the last second whether or not to open the door. So anyway, the way this works is it uses the scanner there, checking that block. If it's me, opens the door. So, by the way, to run this program, you will need advanced computer craft, or computer craft with advanced monitors and advanced computer, OpenCC sensors, and you could use some sort of wires. I'm using the Mindfactory Reloaded wires, or you can do it with vanilla Minecraft, so wires are optional. So let's get to it. So how does it work? I'm trying to close the program, but it's not having it. There we go. Flipping boot disk. Getting all up in them's. Let's try again. He's not having it, is Blinky. Come on, Blink. Let's not be childish about this. I need you to stop that, please. Oh, I know what's happening. It's on the monitor, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Right. So just redirect it. So it's lua term dot restore open close. There we go. Exit open close. There. So. On this, we have two programs, Blinky and Startup. They are both the same program. I've just made a copy of it called Startup so that it runs automatically. I is a directory that contains all the images that are used. So inside that is another copy of Blinky for some reason. The eye normal, the eye when he's angry, the blink animation, the eye when he's happy, the two scan lines, and the hand for some reason. I don't think the hands... Oh, the hand I was using to make sure I got it the right scale, but the hand's not necessary. And that Blinky there is an old version of Blinky from when I copied it across to the right computer. So, the way it works, I'll show you very quickly, is Blinky. So first you load up the API for the sensors. You need to do that, otherwise it doesn't work. Set the blink speed, so that's so that I can, so that I know which, so that I can change easily the speed of the animation. So if I change that to 0.5, it'll be a bit quicker. No, slower. If it's 0.01, it'll be very, very quick. You probably wouldn't even see it. So iNormal, so that here I'm just loading in all the images for the animations. Set the monitor to a variable called monitor, set the radar to the sensor to a variable called radar, set the text scale to 0.5, that lets you have smaller pixels on the monitor. So this is the number of Minecraft units away from the sensor. This is very similar in concept to the hand scanner that I showed off in the last episode, but I think this is a lot cooler. You know, with the line stuff, I think he's really, really cool. And the blinking makes it just seem a lot. It just makes it pop. You know, makes it really cool and good to look at. So yeah, so basically these numbers dictate the single block in front of it. So we're looking at it's between. It's 3.15, which is about here, I think, about there, and then a couple extra just to make sure I got it right. So technically you'd be standing inside the monitor and it would work, but obviously that's not going to work. And then between 0 and 1, so that's 0, that's 1, I think. That's 0, that's 1. So it's between those values. So it's sort of like that would work and sort of like that would work. Next, we redirect to the monitor because that's the only way to draw images to the monitor. Good practice would have it so that after you've drawn an image, you change it back to the regular monitor so that when you close the program, you don't have to do what I just did and you don't get all this silly gubbins all over the monitor. This is the allow, so we're saying yes to all these people, no to GAR, but we're not disallowing them, I don't think. No, we're not. We're just checking if it's GAR, no. You don't really technically have to do that. You could just leave it blank, but we're overtly saying no to GAR. Say no to GAR, kids. In fact, go and find one of his videos and just comment no. See how many people go and do that, because that'd be fantastic. So first thing we do is we set top to the bundled output at the top. That is, I believe, to set these pistons going like so, because I didn't want to put a repeater in there. I wanted the doors to be open by default, so if the computer turns off, then the doors open. So that's a function that checks in range, that's a function that checks targets. You've already seen this is in the hand scanner. I will go over them very, very briefly, but you don't have to pay attention if you don't want to. In fact, as usual, here's a big scanny skippy button if you want to go to the end and see how to set it up for yourself. You not clicked it? Good. For everyone who doesn't click it, you're awesome. Those people who click it, they're just... but your guys are awesome. So anyway, so this is a very, very short bit of the program. This is the actual game loop itself. So game loop is the part of the program which does the real bit, and it just goes over and over and over until a certain criteria is met. So we say check for anyone first, which if we go over to that, there we go. So it checks, see if anyone's in the radar, and then checks if they are in range, and if they are, it returns true. So so then it scans. This is a little bit wasteful actually. So that's it doing the scan as so. Perfect. No, it's not wasteful. Sorry, being silly. I thought I could have saved that, but then if they move out of the way, it wouldn't work, would it? So yeah, so we scan. Well, we draw the image to show the scan, and we do a little animation so that it draws each one at a little sort of offset. So this one draws the X at 1 all the time, but the Y value changes as I minus 10. Oh, sorry, 10 minus I, but it's the absolute value. So that means even if it's negative, it's still positive. It changes to the positive. So minus 5 is the same as 5. Draw image is the vertical line, and that is I minus 5 1 for Y, and then we sleep for a bit, which is 0.1, and then we reset the screen back to the normal I. That's to get rid of the scan lines, because otherwise we'd show a lot of those. Once we've scanned, we check to see whether the people in allow are in the get targets of the radar. So that basically checks to see if it just compares the two tables, which would be allow, which is this one, and the table that comes back from the radar, which just contains names of everybody near the within the radar's area. And as you can see, check targets. So that just puts them together. It checks the compare first and checks for members of the compare in the targets table, and then checks in range, which again you've already seen in the hand scanner, which is there. Then scroll down. If that's true, we do good times, which is very, very simple. Draws the good image, turns off the pistons, sleep for 4 seconds, turn the pistons back on, reset to happy. Oh, sorry, not happy, normal. Bad times just means we show the angry eye, which is this one here. Show the angry eye bad. Sleep for 4 seconds, and then go back to the normal eye. And then, if there isn't anybody nearby, so we've said if check for anyone at the top there, if there isn't anybody, we do a math.random, which returns a value between 0 and just less than 1. If that value is greater than 0.8, so it's basically a 1 in 5 chance, then Blinky will blink. And blinking is done very badly here. Now, there is a much nicer way of doing this. I'm sure all of you are like screaming out, why didn't you use a for loop? Or a loop of some description, but frankly, it was getting quite late, and I just writ it out. I writ it out very quickly. So yeah, then we sleep for 0.2 of a second. That's just to make sure the loop doesn't go around too quickly. So this way, even if there's no one around, we check to see if we can blink, then we wait 0.2 seconds before we do anything else. Simply. So, I'm going to show you how to get this for yourself. So, very quickly, if we just get all the appropriate parts, like, is that right? No, that's not right. That needs to go there, and then that needs to go there, and then we need a card, don't we? So it's proximity card. Let's get a yellow one, because yellow's a lovely colour. I'm going to put that in there. And then, I think it's disk I just picked up. Is that the one I picked up? It's probably got Blinky on him. So I can't remember the Pastebin command. What was it? It's at the top of this program, isn't it? I'm never going to remember that. I'll write this down. 1QSQL F. Okay. So all you need to do is download all the programs which you're seeing on the screen right now using this program. Hello, Nipty. So you just do pastebin get, excuse me, pastebin get. So in this case for Blinky it would be 1QSQL BCF. And then call it Blinky, like that. There we go, we've got Blinky. And I can't show you on this computer because I need to test. Oop, didn't mean to do that. We need to test. I need to upload fully. There we go. I need to upload fully the images which you've seen there. But frankly, once you do, it will run exactly as I've shown you. The only thing you will have to make sure is that if you set it up exactly like this, in exactly the same way, so along the same axis, which would be the x-axis, so that that's x plus 1, that's x plus 2, sorry, no, that's x0, that's x plus 1, that's x plus 2, that's x plus 3. It will just work. You won't need to change any values at all, providing obviously you're outputting with a bundled cable or a rednet cable via the black output, which is what I've done there. If you are doing it a different way, you'll have to swap Z and X around, or something along those lines. So don't worry though, because I will still be making a version of this where it's very, very easy to set up. I'm still working on the hand scanner one. It's very nearly finished. but it just needs a little bit more finesse adding to it. So if you don't want to set this up the way I've shown you, if it's just a little bit outside of your comfort zone and you really, really don't want to do it, don't worry, there will be a system set up for you very, very shortly, and you'll all love it, I hope. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this. Hopefully I've got 2 more of these things to show you. Look, some of you might be happy to know that they don't use the sensors. In the next 2 don't use the sensors. They use one uses OpenCC peripherals, open peripherals, sorry, and another one uses just computers and outputting stuff. So yeah, I'm hopefully going to be uploading a lot more of these very shortly. So thank you very, very much for watching. Post in the comments what other sort of cool contraptions you'd like to see me make. So far I've made a self-dressing wardrobe, a power monitor for the base, which you might see in the next few space Tekkit videos that we do with Dave, and I have done a laser drill system that lets you turn on and off laser drills. But if you want to see those, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will make sure to upload them as quickly as possible. Thank you for watching very much, and I'm going to go and bother Nipty. Bye!